take it. Thank you, opponent. I will gladly take that off your hands. Hello, my fair citizen, Strider here, and once again we have a really nice deck. However, this time it is going to be an Azorius control, no counter spells, unless you count Stifle, but whatever. An Azorius control deck featuring the new Teferi, who slows the sunset, hence the deck's name is Sunset. But the win condition is going to be Kiora, Best of the Sea Gods. We're also, of course, going to be running one of the newer planeswalkers, Kiora, the Tide's Fury, on top of that. So really, we're just going to be untapping a bunch of lands and then casting Kiora, Best of the Sea Gods as early as possible. That's the goal. So the way that we're going to get all of our mana is going to be through Lotus Field. Now, Lotus Field is a nice little land. It does come into play tapped, which sucks. It does have hexproof, which is also nice. It can be relevant. When it enters the battlefield, you have to sacrifice 2 lands. That part sucks. However, you get to tap and add 3 mana of any color, which is very relevant. So, in order to prevent us from sacrificing 2 lands, we have 2 different cards to deal with that. We have number 1, we have Stifle. Stifle is a 1 mana card, counter target activated or triggered ability. This is nice because we can counter the opponent's planeswalker abilities if we want to, or we can counter their Fabled Passage trigger. So they sacrifice, try to search for a land, and we stifle it. So they have no land, they don't get to search for it, but they still sacrifice it. That's always funny. But ideal, we play Lotus Field and we counter the trigger to sacrifice lands. That's the most important part. We also have Strict Proctor, which is a 2 mana creature. It's a 1/3 flyer, which is nice because it kind of has a fat ass. Whenever a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to trigger, counter that ability unless its controller pays 2 colorless. So we have Strict Proctor on the battlefield. We play Lotus Field. It says, hey, do you want to pay 2 mana so that we sacrifice 2 lands? And we're like, no, we don't want to do that at all. So it's like, all right, we'll just counter that ability. It's fantastic. That's exactly what we want. It's just a great, great combo. Or synergy, whatever. With that in mind, we're also running Teferi, who slows the sunset, and Kiora, Tide's Fury, which both have the ability to untap a land, which provides us with a copious amount of mana since Lotus Field taps for 3 mana. So we can tap Lotus Field for 3 mana. If we have both these planeswalkers on the battlefield, we can untap the Lotus Field, tap it again for another 3, and then untap Lotus Field, tap it for another 3, which is ridiculous. That's 9 mana. Ideally, in the best case scenario, we can get all of this out on turn 4. So we can float 9 mana just from Lotus Field and then 3 lands on the battlefield. I mean, that's 12 mana on turn 4. It's fantastic. It's absolutely ridiculous. When you're running in Azorius colors, that's ridiculous. We have Sphinx's Revelation to draw a ton of cards with that mana. But our main thing is going to be Kiora, Best of the Sea Gods. That's what we're going to win with, right? So Teferi, who slows the sunset. It's a newer planeswalker. I don't really think he's that good, but it's fun. We get to untap lands, which is great. It's a 4 mana, 4 loyalty planeswalker. Has the +1 of choose up to 1 target artifact, creature, and land. Untap the chosen permanents you control. Tap the chosen permanents you don't control. So we can choose their stuff or choose our stuff. But then we also gain 2 life. So this is just amazing. We get to gain 2 life every single turn. It's great against burned. It's great against aggro. It does all sorts of cool stuff, right? Has a -2 ability. If you look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand, the rest at the bottom of your library in random order. So think of it kind of like a... It's not a Narset trigger because you can get any card. You also don't have to reveal it. So it's more of a... I don't know. There's a 2 mana blue card that does that. But I forgot what it was. Regardless, it's pretty nice, but usually we'll do the +1 anyway. -7, the ultimate is very, very nice. You get an emblem with untap all permanents you control during each opponent's untap step, and you draw a card during each opponent's draw step. This is ridiculous. Granted, we're not using any counter spells, so that doesn't really matter, but we're essentially taking an extra turn. So we're drawing another card, untapping everything, including our creatures, so we can freely attack in with the Krakens. We can do whatever we want. We can fully tap out, untap everything, and then we can activate Search for Azcanta. We can max draw with Sphinx's Revelation. We can do all sorts of stuff. Heliod's Intervention. Like, there's so many things that we can do by just untapping all of our lands. So it's a really cool ultimate. It's new, I feel. It's kind of unique, but it's not something we usually get to do very frequently. But at the same time, we actually do get it off a couple times, but usually they end up surrendering quickly after because it just kind of spirals out of control at that point. It's almost like a win more at that point. But I guess most Planeswalkers are once they ultimate, especially Teferi. Now, Kiora Tide's Fury is a super cool card as well. It's another 4-mana Planeswalker for loyalty as a +1 of conjure a Kraken Hatchling card into your hand. This is awesome for a couple reasons. Number one, it's a 0/4 Kraken for 1 blue mana, which is great. It's just a good blocker. It's also a card. It's not just a random token spell. It's an actual card. So if you have to discard it or if the creature dies, it does go into your graveyard, which means it adds to the Search for Azcanta pile, because you need to have at least 7 cards in your graveyard in order for you to transform Search for Azcanta. But also has the -3 ability of you may sacrifice a Kraken. If you do, create an 8/8 blue Kraken creature token. So that Kraken Hatchling card is a 0/4, but it is a Kraken. So it's a 1 mana 0/4, and then the next turn you can -3 to turn it into an 8/8. But again, it still has Summoning Sickness, so you can't attack for another turn. So you're still waiting like 2 or 3 turns in order to fully get an effect out of it. It doesn't have hexproof like Kiora Best Sea Gods, but it's still really nice. But the other ability that's really, really good with Kiora is the other +1 ability. She has 2 +1s. The other +1, untap target creature or land, any creature, any land. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to and dealt by that permanent until your next turn. Now this is great because we can target their creatures, untap it, which is whatever, but we're going to prevent all damage from that creature. So if they have crazy powerful creature, we're like, no. Or +1 is a no ability on one target creature. But a lot of times, once again, we'll use it on Lotus Field to untap it to float more mana. But again, the win condition, the big daddy win condition, is Kiora Best Sea Gods. It's a 7 mana enchantment. When it enters battlefield, you create an 8/8 blue Kraken creature token with hexproof. Hexproof, very important. The next turn, the second part of the saga goes off, and you tap all non-land permanents target opponent controls. They don't untap during their controller's untap step. This is just ridiculous. It gives you free attack. It's just a free attack, which is amazing. The next turn, you get to gain control of target permanent and opponent controls and untap. This is good if they have a Planeswalker. You can take their lands if they're really close to getting an ultimatum or something like that. If they're kind of color screwed on a specific color, you can take that. If they have a creature, you can steal that creature, especially if it has haste. You can swing in for the kill because obviously an 8/8 creature can only do 8 damage, and then the next turn does another 8, which is 16. So if they have a 4/4 with haste, you can take that and then swing in, kill them completely. But usually we just kind of take whatever we need to. There's so many different things that we can do. We either take a threat or we take a win condition. That's pretty much how that happens. Now, I will say that this deck is the truth. Deck is amazing. I highly recommend it. So if you want to take it and build it at home, it's only going to run you only 38 rares and 17 mythics. It is pretty expensive, but it's a very good deck. So if you want the current list, it should be in the top right-hand corner of this video. It'll be a little card that pops out, sends you over to my Aether Hub page. If you want the text-based version of the deck, it should be in the description below, as well as another link over to the Aether Hub page. And just as a reminder, whenever a brand new standard set comes out, we do a box opening for all the tier 2 and tier 3 subs over at Twitch and all the chiefs and executives here on YouTube. So if you want to be a part of that and get a pack opened by me on stream and in a YouTube video and then physically mailed to you by me, then make sure to hit that join button to see all the details, or go over to twitch.tv/StriderStone and become a tier 2 or tier 3 sub over there. Stay salty and enjoy the games. Puck was banned because of interactions like that. Yes. Now we need 2 extra cards, and they're planeswalkers instead. It's not great. And then if we actually ulted Teferi, we would have been able to do it another time. All right. Lotus Field off the top. Lotus Field off the top. Let's go. Let's go. List of Rexons, multiple Azcanta's activations is pretty far down the list. Yeah, it didn't help. Definitely did not help. What do you got, opponent? What do you got?
Reveal your secrets.
All right. You are gaining no life, and you are getting 0 counters.
You get nothing!
Nope. Pew pew.
My summons are magnificent. Control flow.
All right. Azcanta wasn't even legal. Well, in historic. Let's do 3.
My guide, primal elements.
This is what I was looking for. It's exactly what I was looking for. Now I can put it onto the battlefield, untap it, and play Kiora Best Sea Gods, followed by another Kiora Best Sea Gods. And then we should, in theory, win. I like how this fucker is just laughing at everything. Decline. Decline. Nice health, opponent. It's a lot of triggers. Why does he keep laughing? Hi.
I know where I'm striking next.
Hey, at least I'm not running counter spells. All right, fuckface. All right. That's adorable. You think your Skyclave is doing anything? Sure. Have you ever seen a Coco Angels deck get so blown the fuck out that they hit you with the sleepy butt plug? It's a sweet deck. I like it. For the most part, I just enjoy untapping my Lotus Fields and tapping them for more mana. We just need more Kioras and more Kiora Best Sea Gods. That's all we need. Once we get that, so right now we're running the Teferi and the 4-mana Kiora. We can use the 3-mana Kiora as well, because Teferi untaps lands, Kiora untaps lands, the other Kiora untaps lands. We could have like a bajillion mana. Having a bajillion mana is way better than having not a bajillion mana, obviously. Sure. Whoa, okay, opponent has a pile. How do we beat a pile? Have Stifles in here? Yeah. 2 Stifles, 4 Strict Proctors. I haven't decided if I want to Heliod's Intervention that or not. It was odd to see this in a mono green deck. Okay. Definitely don't want them drawing any cards. They oopsed me. Sawtusk. Okay. See that one coming. It's a 6/6 indestructible. Well, that could have went better. We're pretending to read it. That's what we're doing now. We just have to hope they don't have another mutate in their top whatever. Oops. Yep. All right, so we Wrath into a Lotus. Damn. Maybe they don't block. You never know. You never really know. Can't sacrifice Butt Plug Island. We got to keep that one around. We'll keep Butt Plug Island just hanging out, right? Maybe not hanging out. That sounds bad. But you know what I mean. 5. Nice. Scooze. Okay. These are all great cards the opponent has. Opponent has great cards. 4, 5, 6. Sure. Go for it. Exile my nothing. Got it. You have a 6/6. Okay. So I can play Teferi, I think. Oh. Sorry about that. I don't know why my phone's all fucking loud and shit. All right. So 3, 4, 5. Okay. Cool. Zero artifact, 0 creature, and a land. More land.
Respect nature's power.
Yeah, that's a good turn, I would say. That is a good turn. I'll allow it. I will allow that turn to be in existence. Although I don't. What happened to the cockiness? Dr. Carlos? What happened? I thought we were so confident in our oops. And sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. This deck is sweet though. I do like it. I don't know, I think the Teferi's bad, right? I don't think it's that great. It's good because you have the infinite combo capabilities. But outside of that, not really all that great. Leather fucking wet? Okay. Interesting. So we're probably gonna have to stifle like some weird ass trigger. Like a weird ass trigger. Oh. Sure. One turn too late, Proctor. One turn too late. Damn it. Although I also should have kept up blue and not done that. The punts. Okay, it's Mardu equipment. Wait a second. Hi. Hey. Well, that is very bad. Super duper bad. Missing the land drop probably killed us. What's with the oopses today? Is oops like the new thing? gonna have to pay 4 for that. Please pay 2. That would be hilarious. I would appreciate it. Decline. One and 3. It's gonna make it a 9. Oh, motherfucker. God damn it. Yeah, had I hit that land drop one turn before, I had the Stifle to counter that trigger as well. That's weird, 2 opponents in a row hit me with the oops. Not sure what to think about that one yet. Those equipment decks are beefy as fuck. That fucking champion thing, that hurts. Okay, this is like the same hand, but shitty. Alright, well. Guess we can keep that. Let's see what they do here. Okay. So this does really kind of prevent me from doing anything as far as gaining life.
Complex plan. Let's improvise.
Hoping for something a little bit better. But yeah, we didn't get any lands out of those 3. Pretty rough. That was an odd play. Could have just not done that. Anyway. Yeah. That's like you could have just let it get countered. But sure. You got it, Gates player. You got it. Proud of you. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Rude. 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay.
Respect nature's power.
They don't have 8. They don't have 8 gates, so they can't kill my 8/8. Right? Right. I don't know if they have any. Okay, that's fine. Destroy this gate. see how many they got. See how many basics they have. You do have basics. Ooh. All right, let's conjure a thingamabob. I don't need that. Let's see. Aw. Let's take their green blue source. And then we... Wait, how many cards? So I'll put 6, 7, okay. Alright. Conjure. Got it. Beautiful. That's at 7. Azcanta flips. Then we're okay-ish? Okay, it's a little scary. And I think I Azcanta here anyway. Oh, dare you. How dare you? A poor Kraken. Sure, let's get another settle. Or another authority. I didn't want to show them settle. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to show them settle. Because then they won't swing into it. Or it'll be harder for them to swing into it, right? Sure. Nice. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can sphincter rev for 6, and then hopefully get something. Okay. Fine. Fine, let's do this. Get a sphincter. Let's untap that. Play this down.
I'd rather show than tell.
And do I have enough mana? No. Just do this. Hi. No? You gonna pay for that? Just kidding. Decline. Let's Let's do that. Although I should have done that afterwards. I forgot it untaps. This is fine. Day of Judgment, sure.
Second here, second. Who's counting?
And I think I win?
Oh, no, you don't!
Rude. Rude.
Even babe.
A little mischief.
Let's get a Stifle, I guess. Zero, submit 0, do that.
I've got some.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's give them back-to-back 8/8s to deal with. Sure. I'll take it. Thank you, opponent. I will gladly take that off your hands.
Only time will tell.
Gladly.
That's it.
Alright. Kiora. Yeah, I'm like, you can see everything out of my hand. Like, you're not winning. You're not coming back from this. This is over for you. It's over. Hang it up. It's never gonna work out between us. Sorry, opponent. Could have been a cute couple. You one crazy ass bitch. I'm sure someone gets the reference. I'm sure someone gets the reference. There's gotta be someone out there. Jesse. Alright, Jesse. Hi. Don't like that. Quite interesting. So if this is anything like my Absan lists that run Binding the Titans, they're going to be running the creatures that mill. Nice. So, do this. That. But now they know. Now they know about Proctor. It's too dangerous. Ye old salad fingers. I wonder how many basics they have. It's always a great question. It's a great question to have, always. Let's see how many. Is there only white source? So... okay. Could still be their only white source. It's 2. So we can just take this up to 2. It's not bad. I still worry about Manland, so I think I'm gonna keep this other Field of Ruin just hanging out. I don't necessarily want to kill my Strict Proctor because it seems like they have a lot of ETB effects. One for that. All right. And I think actually we probably should have Field of Ruin first. Oh, well, that sucks. Second Wreck Sage. It's rude. Three? Alright. Let's give him another one. Maybe they have a third Wreck Sage. Ooh, fancy. And Dolaris, I see. I don't necessarily want that. Oh, they can't see if I keep it on top or bottom anymore. I forget about that. So unless they have board wipes, we should be fine here. No card, throw more cards. Transform it into exile a card from a graveyard. If it's a creature card, get a +1/+1 counter. Okay. Don't really care. Ooh, they're going for the ultimatum. That's what they're doing. They're trying to old tomato, which means I have to kill one of their lands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Load this bitch up. Make them shuffle away that and lose that. Maybe they don't have another basic question mark? They do. Okay. Sure. They need a land. Oh, they can't do the Abzan ultimatum. They don't have white. What am I thinking? Why did I think they have white for some reason? Oh, because they did have white. I was like, why did I think they had Abzan ultimatum? It took me a second. I was like, why would I ever think that? They don't even have white. Why would I even ever think that? It's because they definitely had white. Had, past tense. The deck is fucking consistent, though. Let's be honest here. Pretty fucking consistent. I think when I played it on stream, it went like 2-0. And then I played it the next day, just like really quick, and it went 0-1. And now it's doing however well it's doing. But this was like a horrible keep, by the way. So don't keep hands like this, because it's probably going to end poorly.
Right.
Let's see how much this fucks them up. Let's see how much. Not at all. Maybe not at all. I thought it was a Coco Angels deck. Because if it's Coco Angels deck, that means none of their shit entering the battlefield. Good luck. Have fun with that. Pog. Yeah, that means they don't get to do anything when their shit comes into the battlefield. They don't gain life when their creatures enter the battlefield. I mean, it does, but they have to have extra mana for it. Now they have to have 4 mana for each enter the battlefield effect. Ooh, it's Naya. Okay. What a twist. What a twist. Nice. I can't pay for that either. I don't get the life, but it's fine.
My summons are
Tap.
magnificent. Oh, but I'm sure yours are fine too. Respect nature's power.
No attacks. Just keep them back for bot. Maybe I should have just untapped the Launer Visionary, but then they would have just guaranteed. Oh. They're all ETB stuff. Let's see. I see.
The sea has
Could do this. And then untap 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's only 6, right? Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 7. Okay. Yeah. I lose out on 2 damage because I couldn't math off the top of my head. That's fine. We have 2 Kiora Best Sea Gods and 2 Planeswalkers. I mean, yeah, I had another one. You were just like kind of super Omega fucked, but yeah, just not a whole lot you can do about this. Not a whole lot you can do about that. We kind of fucked them early. The fact that they were mostly ETB, and then we had 2 Proctors early. I mean, granted, they weren't doing anything with the Proctors out. Our tapped stuff was great. All their shit coming into play tapped was nice. But yeah. This could work. Ever moist corn dog. Wow. You got it. You have earned a slot in the Discord server. Congratulations. Ever moist corn dog. Alright, that's good. Good card. They keep a 2-lander? Definitely a mono red burn deck. I feel a shock in my future. It's gonna be quite shocking.
Oh, shiver my timbers!
No? I mean, I'll pretty much take anything right now. Teferi gains 2 life every single time I plus, so yeah, I'm just gonna shock this in and then fucking start plussing Teferi like a motherfucker. Yes.
With me here,
We do have Stifle up for something. I don't think Does it give me anything?
No when. Golgari. Second heal, second.
Yeah. Conjure a Kraken. Now we have a 0/4. Beautiful. Now we're getting 2 life every single turn. Until they kill that. They kept a 1-lander. This is, yeah. Yeah, I'm like, they kept a 1-lander. What do you expect? What do you expect, opponent? Expect to lose? I agree. I concur. I concur on your assessment. Yep. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. So in the end, this deck ended up going 7-2. I didn't get a whole lot of time to play this, but when I did, it seemed very consistent. I honestly don't think there are any real weaknesses to this deck outside of maybe a heavy hand hate deck, but I never got the chance to actually encounter any of those, so it's hard to say for sure. All I can say is that the deck is very, very powerful. It beats out a ton of decks. Control decks doesn't have too hard of a problem with. The constant creature pressure with Kiora making 8/8s all the time. The life gain from Teferi, the 2 life every single turn, helps a lot. The preventing any enter the battlefield effects from Strict Proctor is ridiculous. The life gain and card draw from Sphinx's Revelation. Like, this deck covers so many things generically. It doesn't do anything specifically amazingly well, but it does everything just good enough to where it doesn't have any weaknesses. And that's usually where Grixis decks and hand hate decks really take advantage. So that's why I have that hypothesis, if you may, that would probably be the only weakness. But again, I didn't run into any of those, so I can't say for sure. Everything else, it was either just a bad draw or opponent had the nuts or something like that. Or it was just a good game or something, like a 50-50. But we have no bad matchups. It's a very good deck. Very, very good deck. And as for yesterday's comment question of the day, I asked you, how much do you love it when the opponents play your cards? Here are your answers. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to this point, it means you either really enjoyed the video or you fell asleep and I'm waking you up now. Either way, thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, come out with videos 7 days a week.